The best of the Morning X on 99X. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. The original 99X.
The Morning X, Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy, and please welcome to the show, Mr. Dennis Quaid.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Hello.
Dennis Quaid. Two questions always come to mind whenever people think of Dennis Quaid. Is he the Saturday Night Live Quaid or the Meg Ryan Quaid?
I am the Meg Ryan Quaid, yeah.
That's right. So Dragonheart I caught the other night, and I have to say that the effects are probably what everybody's going to be talking about, right?
Yeah.
You never saw the dragon, though, while you were filming the movie. There was nothing...
I never saw him while we were doing it. I had 3 tennis balls on sticks. That was my co-star.
3 tennis balls?
Yes.
So it was like the two eyes for 2 of the tennis balls?
And the mouth for the other one, I guess. And I worked with actors who give me less, believe me.
Wow. So you're just talking to the dragon, and did you have any voiceovers from Sean Connery to interact with?
Well, we could have used that, but, there wouldn't have been any spontaneity because it had been a tape recording. So the director did Sean's voice, or his lines for me, and he does a really good Sean Connery impression.
So the entire movie you did that?
Yeah, and then I saw the movie last week, and now I'm having false memories about the dragon being there.
I was reading an article about the movie, and they were saying that the studios, it was hard to get this movie sold to the studios for a long time because it's a movie about a talking dragon, and it's kind of hard to picture, I guess. Was it hard to sell to you as an actor?
Right.
I read the script, and that's what I go with, and I was really taken by the story and by this relationship of these 2 beings, this Knight of the Old Coat and this dragon, and that's my barometer, and I laughed. It's a very funny movie. It's a wild ride. It didn't really have to convince me too much. I really wanted to do it.
So when you got home for dinner, you sit down with Meg and you go, "Hey, honey, I'm going to play opposite a dragon."
Yeah.
Do you guys get to see much of each other, or are you always flying to some location to hook up for a day here, a day there?
Well, we were really lucky in this because she was doing French Kiss in Paris, and I was doing Slovakia, the vacation capital of Eastern Europe. I was doing Dragonheart, and so we were able to shuttle back and forth. I was able to shuttle back and forth. She never came to Slovakia. I went to Paris.
Now, in the movie, are those hair extensions?
I got one word for you. Rogaine.
Yeah.
Rogaine.
Because actually I like the look, and I didn't know if that was really your hair or...
No, it wasn't mine. Some of it was, but...
With all these incredible movies coming out this summer, do you ever worry about your movies coming out? And Mission Impossible just came out last week, and 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, it was Twister. Does that worry you? Do you even think about that?
Well, it's... If you have a good film, an audience is going to find it. And that's what we got. We got a great film, and it's a summer where a lot of people are going to the movies. So I think you can do nothing but help.
Hey, Dennis, we're talking to Dennis Quaid. What would you think about hooking up on that Tom Cruise plan? Maybe like getting a percentage of say, Dragonheart as opposed to whatever cut like he did. So, he made a good 11, 12 million the first 6 days.
As opposed to salary, trade in back end just for...
Oh, sure.
You take the percentage?
Oh, sure.
I'm sure a lot of people ask you about Meg, but face it, she's one of the most appealing women in the movies today for both men and women.
It's very likable,
which is kind of different. Usually, actors or actresses appeal strongly to men or strongly to women, but she appeals both ways. How did you 2 meet?
We met on Innerspace,
and
we were doing that, and then we fell in love on the movie DOA. We were just friends then, so we didn't know what was going to happen.
I picture you, because I know you guys live down near the beach, right?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
I picture you as the kind of guy in your off time, motorcycles, like a real manly kind of guy, a beer in his hand. What do you like to do when you're not making movies?
I don't like motorcycles, and I don't drink. And
I'm sorry, I was thinking of Gary Busey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's Dennis Quaid. Yeah, that's right. Now, what do you do in your off time?
I go to Montana and I fish a lot, to tell you the truth, and I fly jet airplanes. So.
You're Freeman?
Well, I tell you, up there in Montana, everybody's moving in. I've got the Freeman on one side of me and the Unabomber on the other.
Yeah.
How
I'm bordered
often?
by National Forest on the other side, though. So.
How often do you fly?
About every 3 days. I'm flying now, can't you tell?
Yeah.
Where are you calling us from?
31,000 feet.
Are you at home in Cali?
Yeah.
Is Meg there?
She just left.
Oh, baloney. She's standing right next to you. We know it. Come on, Dennis.
She's a big fan.
Let's talk to her for 1 second.
She's not here.
Oh, Dennis.
Do you have a favorite movie of yours, or actually a movie of yours that you thought maybe you were your best? Because you have a lot of kind of classic cult movies now for a lot of people, like The Right Stuff, Great Balls of Fire.
Now, The Right Stuff is a big favorite of mine from growing up with the astronauts and all that stuff. And I love doing that movie. But I got to say, Dragonheart is really close to me.
Mm-hmm. Are there any roles that we might know? I know a lot of actors, I'm sure you've passed on a lot of roles that you regretted passing on, or maybe roles that went on to make other actors huge stars. Not that you're already a big star, but you know what I'm saying. What are some roles that you have passed on that
we might know?
Let's see, I don't have any regrets. I don't know. Let's see. I don't even know if I passed on them or if I was just up for them, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. Ghost.
Sure, I can see him in Ghost.
No, you can't.
I'm trying to think of him. I can't. The producer. The producer. You got me.
Okay.
Me. Yeah.
You were amazing in Wyatt Earp as Doc Holliday. How much weight did you lose for that role?
42 pounds.
Yeah, I had heard somewhere around 50.
It was a Jenny Craig nightmare.
Was it a Jenny Craig diet?
No, it was. I actually had another nutritionist that was, and a doctor as well. That advice, so I really wouldn't get sick. But it wasn't hard to take off. It was hard to keep off.
What'd they make you do to take it off? Like no cheese, no mayonnaise?
Yeah, just sort of non-fat the whole way and running about 9 to 10 miles every day.
Oh my God!
Take it off of you.
What have you seen lately, movie-wise, that you've liked?
I really like Twister. I haven't seen Mission Impossible yet, but I really like Twister.
Do you?
Special effects. The special effects were good.
Yeah. It's just, it doesn't need a story or anything like, hey, going to see a tornado.
Definitely doesn't have a story. Yeah.
Yeah. But Dragonheart, does have a story and does have a message. Maybe that's 2 strikes against it. I don't know. But
Sean Connery, it's a shame you never got to actually work with him.
We pre-recorded the dialogue together. We knew each other from the golf course before.
I was interested to read that I guess the technology they used for the dragon's mouth, they actually first photographed. How did it work? They actually first photographed Connery's mouth.
Well, we were pre-recording the dialogue. The ILM guys, they videotaped Sean doing it, the dialogue, and then they morphed his features and expressions into the dragon.
Oh wow!
So you really feel his presence.
Hey, Dennis, besides Meg Ryan, what other female leads have you enjoyed working with? Because, you worked with Julia Roberts recently.
Yeah, it was a really good experience. And
I enjoyed that movie.
And The Big Easy, it was a lot of fun.
What about with Cher?
With Cher?
Yeah.
Oh, Cher is Cher.
Cher is Cher and no stories?
End of story.
And Jessica Lange, I imagine that was a great...
Great.
Yeah.
She's a fantastic person.
How many hours of footage did you watch of Jerry Lee Lewis in order to do Great Balls of Fire?
I didn't even have to watch the footage. He was there. He was all over my shoulder the entire time. He was one of my piano teachers. And I got a belly full of Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah.
But
now, was Winona Ryder pretty young when she did that movie? Because she's young now.
Yeah, about 8.
I think she was, 8, 9. She was 16, I think.
16, which was actually older than Jerry Lee Lewis's.
Yeah, than Myra.
Right, she was 13 at the time.
You did some of the singing. Did you do all the singing in that?
No, Jerry Lee. We had the real guy living, so we'll let him do the singing.
I thought you did some of it.
I did the piano playing though.
Okay, you did the piano playing. That's right. I couldn't remember which I heard. Thank you very much for taking time to talk to us.
It was my pleasure.
You're listening to the best of the Morning X. You can also catch it on the Morning X podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, or at 99x.com.